as a hockey coach 2003, 2004, and I was sitting out where you're sitting at the awards banquet in May of 2004. Having come off what I would only describe as a difficult season, we finished in 17th place out of 17 teams in the ECAC. We really weren't threatening the number 16 team for the standings. So I was sitting there and watching all the Hall of Fame speeches and trying to take notes because I knew we were recruiting someone called Matt McGilvray. And he hadn't committed yet. It was still only May, and hockey players like to drag their feet on commitment, so he probably wasn't going to admit to me he was coming to Johnson Wales till sometime in June. But I thought to myself, if we can convince Matt to come to school here 10 years from now, I'll be making a Hall of Fame speech. And here I am, making a Hall of Fame speech. That first recruiting class in 2004, to this day, is still the most significant one we've ever had. Guys like Ryan Jacobs, obviously Matt McGilvray, Bick, Fruit, Bacon, Roth, Grover, Lordy, took a team that finished in 17th place in 2004 to a tied for 5th place in 2005. Matt won Rookie of the Year that year. It's a little bit different now than it was then. Now there's 8 teams in the ECAC. When Matt played, there were 17. Sophomore year, first team all-conference. Junior year, first team all-conference. Senior year, first team all-conference. All-American, 28 goals scored. But I think the coolest award he won was ECAC Northeast Player of the Year, the first one we ever had here. So just for fun, the other day I went back and looked at the 17 rosters of players that were in the ECAC that year. There were over 490 skaters on 17 rosters in the ECAC in 2008. And the 17 coaches decided that Matt McGilvray was the #1 player in the conference. So a few things you may not know about Matt, a few things you may not know about hockey. Back when Matt played, the rules were a little bit different. We didn't have the head contact rules, the obstruction rules. So when you're a player like Matt, when you're the best player in a conference, maybe in a region, you get a lot of attention. And it's violent. It's violent attention. And Matt got beat on every single game, every single shift, every single period. Matt never got hurt. Matt never got sick. Matt never missed a practice. Matt never missed a game. And that's back when we skated up in North Smithfield at 7 o'clock in the morning, which means Matt was out of bed every day at 5:30. And all he got as a reward for that was my smiling face at 10 past 7. And somehow at 146, they had a knack for making the inside of the rink colder than the outside of the rink in the middle of February. So if I needed a few words to describe Matt as a student athlete, I'd only need one. Perfect. His GPA, and I know we're not supposed to talk about GPAs in public, but his GPA was somewhere north of 3.9. Every single term, academic all-conference, every single term, Dean's List. But there's a cool story that I want to tell about Matt before I get him up here. And it shows something about Matt that a lot of you can't really tell from looking at the stat sheet. It's the way that he treated his teammates. It's the way that he thought of his teammates, the way that he behaved on the team. So Ryan Jacobs, Matt's best friend, Matt's line mate throughout his junior career in Laconia, and Matt's line mate pretty much here the entire time, and certainly his junior, senior year. And also the best man at his wedding. Matt just got married last May to Meredith. Congratulations.
Thank you.
February 26, 2008 was Matt's last career game here, and also Ryan Jacobs' last career game. And in hockey, those of you who know a lot about it, a 100-point career really leaves your mark on a program. Matt surpassed that earlier in his junior year, so he wasn't really at risk for any type of a statistical difficulty. But Ryan had 98 points going into the last game. And Matt, who loved Ryan to death and played with him for several years, wanted nothing more to get Ryan that 100 points. So we're playing Western New England, who's probably the best defensive team in the conference. And we go through the first 2 periods, and Ryan doesn't get any points. And we go through the first half of the 3rd period, and Ryan doesn't get any points. And then with 10 minutes left in the 3rd, Ryan finally scores. So now he's got 99 points. And we're thinking, okay, it's 4-1. They'll probably pull the goalie at the end. Ryan will get an empty netter. We'll get to 100. Everyone's hoping and hoping. And then Western New England, and then we take a penalty. And I sent Matt out to kill the penalty. And I said, well, worst case scenario, we'll kill some more time off the clock, and it'll still be 4-1. They'll pull the goalie, Ryan will get an empty netter. Except Matt had other plans. Matt went out there and scored a shorthanded goal. So he made it 5-1. Now Western New England probably won't pull the goalie, and Ryan probably won't get his 100th point. And then, with 3:43 left in the game, Ryan Jacobs does the unthinkable. With 99 points in his career, he takes a 2-minute minor. He goes to the penalty box for 2 minutes. And I remember distinctly Matt skating over the penalty box and pointing at Ryan and screaming something I won't repeat here. And I said, well, Matt, you're going to have to stay out there for the full 2 minutes to kill the penalty. So Matt did. And with 1:43 left in the game, with 1:43 left in both of their careers at Johnson Wales, Ryan got out of the penalty box. And with 59 seconds left in both of their careers, and something I honestly couldn't have scripted, Matt steals the puck at the red line, beats a defenseman, and instead of going in on a breakaway and scoring, he looks for Ryan. Perfect tape-to-tape pass. Ryan, one-handed, tips the puck into the net for his 100th goal with 59 seconds left in both of their careers. And our bench went crazy, jumping up and down, jumping on top of Ryan. I think Matt wanted it to happen more than Ryan did, and Chris Bernard, the Western New England coach, who I'm good friends with, now at Potsdam, looked down at me. He goes, what are you guys celebrating, the 6th goal in a 6-1 game? Chris, I'll talk to you after the game. It's been great having Matt as an addition to our coaching staff. He brings an incredible passion to the rink every day and great knowledge of the game. I'm proud to induct into the 2014 Johnson Wales Hall of Fame, Matt McGilvray.